Thank you so much for purchasing our wet balloon garland kit. The kit includes everything you need to create our witch balloon garland, and everything is shown here except the glue dots. This kit will take about 30 minutes to an hour to assemble. You'll need scissors, glue gun and glue sticks, balloon hand pump, and an electric pump is optional but very helpful, and command hooks for mounting. We're going to start out by blowing our balloons up. I'm using an electric pump here. It's actually a double pump. I'm going to take a pink and black balloon, and I'm going to pair up all the pink and black balloons. So I'm inflating them. They don't have to be the same size. In fact, I like them to be a little different in size to have a more organic look. But you can do it however you choose. I'm just pairing up all of the pink and the black. And when I'm done with the pink and the black, then I'm going to move on to my next two colors, which is the green and the 5-inch peach balloon. So I'm going to inflate those and tie those together. Usually I will overinflate the balloons and then let some air out, and this gives the balloons a little more of a round shape, as opposed to just filling them up right away to the regular size. Filling them up and deflating them gives them kind of more of a shape I'm looking for. Now I'm taking one of each of the pairs of colors, and I am twisting two of the balloons together. Any of the two. You're just taking two duplets basically and making a quad. You're just going to finish pairing all of those up. I have one left over, one duplet left over, so I'm just inflating some of the extra balloons in the kit, and I'm going to make another pair and twist that together with the extra one. That'll just give me a little bit more length. Now we're taking two of the long purple balloons and tying them together. You can use the yellow balloons for this as well. There's extra of both. I'm going to tie it to the center of one of the quads, and I'm going to double knot it to make sure it stays there. Then you're going to take the long side of the long purple balloon, take a quad, and just wrap it around any of the balloons on that quad. So you take one, you stack it, and you wrap the long balloon around, just like that. And you keep doing that for all of the balloons until you have one long balloon garland. You want to just watch the tension. You don't want it too tight that it curls, so it makes an arch, and you don't want it too loose that it makes it look like the garland has like empty spots in it. So you want to just be conscious of the tension that you have on it. Next, we're going to do something to mount it, to help with mounting. And you're just going to take two rubber bands and link them together. And then you're going to attach it to that long balloon that we put the garland together with. And I just loop it onto that long balloon. This helps with mounting. The rubber bands are not included in the kit because there are so many different ways to mount a balloon garland. It depends on what you're mounting it to. So this is for like mounting it onto the wall. I'm using these command hooks. I just use the smallest ones that they make. Just because they're cheaper. You can use bigger ones if that's what you have. It doesn't really matter the size. Obviously too big might be a little harder for the rubber band to hook onto. So I use the first rubber band. I do place two rubber bands on there because it's easier to find it, but I use the one closest to the garland so that there's more tension and it stays close to the wall. Now I'm just adjusting the balloons so that all the colors are showing in the right places and that all the colors are dispersed evenly throughout the garland. And I continue to do this throughout the entire process of creating the garland. You can always adjust so that you have the right colors where you want them. Now we're going to inflate the white balloons. I'm using my electric balloon pump, but these are actually easier to do with a hand pump if you're just doing one at a time. So I'm just inflating them and tying them just like I did the other ones. Usually I inflate and then deflate them a little bit. Now you're going to take your glue dots, and you'll need 1 or 2 glue dots per balloon, and you just put them on and then pull the clear part off. And this is to like fill in any areas where you see holes or where it needs a little more shape or a little more volume. And of course you want to also disperse these white ones evenly throughout the garland. But this is just a nice little final touch to, like I said, just add a balloon wherever you need to. And you don't have to use them all. You can just use the ones you feel like you need. And I'll just continue to adjust and put them where I need them. And I'm even adjusting like after I've glued those on. So don't be afraid to move the balloons around. Now we're going to take our witch hat. I'm going to inflate one of the leftover peach balloons. And I'm going to do it a little bigger than I did for the garland. This is going to go inside the hat to kind of give it some volume. I'm going to put it with the mouth, or the tied mouth part down. And this hat that I'm using is actually a defective one. It was torn, so that's why I'm using it for the tutorial. We're going to take a purple 260 balloon and just measure it around the hat and tie it. And 1 knot should do it. And then that's just going to fit nicely around that 5-inch balloon inside the hat. Now I'm just going to show you how to do the tassel. I'm inserting this other video I made that shows how to do that. You just open it up and you take one end and fold it in, take the other end and fold it in, and then roll it up and kind of detach it from the rest of them. You twist the middle and you loop it. And that's all you need to do for this witch garland. I actually don't use the twist ties for the witch garland because we're going to glue it onto the hat, so it's not necessary. But once you do that, you're going to just comb the tassel out and separate the end pieces, and then it's ready to go. So now we take those green tassels that we have, we put a line of glue on that tip that we twisted, and this one I show it a little better on this one. So you just take that twisted looped part and you put a line of glue onto that, and then you just place it next to the first one, and you just keep going until they are all glued onto one side of the hat, because the other side is going to be towards the wall. So we only need to do kind of one side. Once we have all of the tassels glued onto the hat, I just press it down and make sure they're all on there securely. Then I'm going to take half of one of the long purple balloons, and I'm going to tie it to the mouth of that peach 5-inch balloon. And this is what we're going to use to attach it to the garland. And we just take it and tie that long balloon to the other long balloon we used to create the garland. So you're just tying it to that main long purple balloon. Now we're going to go through how to make the witch broom. You're going to take your long yellow balloons, and you do need a hand pump for this. You're going to inflate all of the long yellow balloons and tie them. You're going to fold them over and twist the top about 2 inches, twist 10 times. So we're going to do that for all of them. Then grab them all at the necks and twist their necks together. And this is going to create the bottom of the broom. I'm going to take a purple balloon and I'm going to tie those together so that they all stay nice and neat. And then you can, if you have like one that's longer than the other, you can twist it and then tie that tip. And then I cut all the other tips off. Now to create the stick of the broom, we're going to take a long purple balloon and inflate that. I inflate it all the way and then I pinch it off the length that I want. You take the mouth of the balloon and we're just gonna kind of tuck it in and around and twist it around so that it stays attached to the bottom of the broom. And you simply have to bend it to get, if you want that kind of bended look, you just bend the balloon and it stays there. Now in order to make the legs, first we have to cut out the shoe pattern that comes with the kit. And then you're going to inflate a purple balloon all the way and knot it. You're going to fold it in half and again twist it like we did for the broom and use the glue dots to attach the shoes onto the legs. This one's probably the easiest part. I bend them for the knees. You can do that as well, and they stay like that. I'm taking a rubber band and I'm just like looping it onto a balloon, and for the broom I just use glue dots to attach it to 2 of the balloons. Now your witch balloon garland is all complete. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us through Etsy. Thank you so much.